Hello, fellow watchers and enjoyers. Ash and Piggy here of Watching Walford, bringing you the Watching Walford podcast, episode 85. We have been here for 85 weeks. And yeah, this is going to be another fantastic episode of the bloody podcast. Today's episodes are going to cover the biggest storylines and takeaways from week 30 of 2024, or the episodes from the 12th of August all the way to the 15th. So, and the main storylines are as followed. Sonia and Reese look guilty, Suki and Eve talk marriage, the Knight family come together, and Linda spirals and hits rock bottom. All that and more. But obviously, it's the weekly podcast. The first half an hour of the show is us shooting the shit, talking about a week, what we've been up to, etc., etc. And then from that half an hour mark onwards to do the EastEnders for usually around 45 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, how you doing, mate? How you been?
Oh, yeah, we're fine. I fucking thought I fucked it. I'm doing well. Obviously Thursday. Did you know, Ash? I don't know if you noticed, but Zone's clean shaven, and also now you can see my big fuck off chin. Nothing like it,
Exactly.
baby. Some people say
The one and only.
Some people say I'm the grandson of Tony Onoki. No one says that, only Ash.
The Crimson Chin.
The Crimson Chin. Some people say he was Crimson Chin was modelled after Antonio Inoki, which is a compliment. The fucking chin on that man. How am I doing? I'm doing well. Obviously next week is the trip over, and on currently when this comes out on Sunday, on the Dynamite, not the go home, but the one before the go home.
Wrestling. This is wrestling talk.
It's wrestling. Obviously one of the wrestlers that I like, he's my all-time favourite. He is definitely one of my all-time favourite. Is Bryan Danielson, or if you're not familiar, Daniel Bryan, which might help if you're an older fan from 10 years ago. He's possibly retiring next Sunday. He's having a career versus title match where if he loses, he obviously has to retire. But if he wins, he gets the title. Simple. And basically, obviously, Deadpool and Wolverine had Time of Your Life by Green Day playing in the credits. And then I obviously I went on Dynamite last night. I fucking seen as I played Time of Your Life, and I started crying. I was like, no, I don't want to turn fire fork stuck on a road. No. Because obviously that song rings, if people don't know, that's the song I played when my nanny passed. Just as she was laying in the bed, playing that, and then because that's what I consider a death song, saying goodbye to someone when they're leaving. Like, obviously I don't call it Good Riddance, I call it Time of Your Life, because if you're playing that, it's like, oh, what song are you playing for your nanny? Good Riddance. Hope you die, you stupid, smelly old bitch. Like, it doesn't work. But obviously, in other news, I'll get this out of the way now. So, like, it's very early on in the podcast. Obviously, we've had some tragic news that broke last week. Not EastEnders news. Obviously, a famous guy died he lived on in internet culture. He was the succulent Chinese meal guy. I know I said something wrong there. Succulent Chinese meal guy. And he basically passed
also known as Democracy Manifest.
Democracy Manifest. Well, manifesto.
You know, it's the very affluent, like, Australian man, I believe.
Yeah, it's Australian.
Where it's like, get your hands off my penis.
Obviously,
and then obviously he hits him with a crime. What a crime! Having a meal, a succulent Chinese meal.
And obviously,
get your hands off my penis.
Obviously,
and finally, I see you know your judo wear. Fucking absolute banger.
Obviously, I have a clip, but it's not the original. It's a dub I found it's by Brock Baker, who you might know in the online space.
He does impressions.
He He took over the role as Eduardo in Edgeworld, which you might know.
Does Edgeworld still exist?
That still exists. That's still going. It's still fucking.
What the fuck?
Yeah, because
but Ed Gold died in 2012.
He died in 2012. Tom Scar from obviously the Astor F movies took over, and then he left because he had a perfect ending for it. And then obviously the family were like, we don't want to end it. So someone else came in and it was like, we're continuing this. And Tom Scott, I believe, got death threats and shit because they're like, you're scamming our fans, you're doing this and that. And it's like, I'm not doing anything, mate. It's tearing me apart to be part of this show.
Yeah, I thought that Ed's world ended because obviously Ed, the guy who created it, died of. I think he had a long battle with cancer. So
No.
back in 2012. So I thought it was just over.
No. They took.
Not thought about it in about 10 years.
And obviously he.
And that's similar to Brock Baker as well. The guy was doing impressions like fucking at least a decade and a half ago. Like he's been around for years.
Yeah, he's my go-to. Like whenever I want impressions, he's my go-to. Like obviously when I want AI, I obviously find my AI voices that I like the Wallace singing fucking "My Way" by Frank Sinatra, which always will buckle me. But now,
I'm not a big fan of AI voices, me.
I just like some like if it's a shitty one, it's the better one. Do you want a high quality one? You want one where the voice is gonna break. But anyways, yeah, he voices Eduardo in Edgeworld. He voiced Winnie the Pooh in South Park because they had an episode where I believe Randy Marsh goes to China and China want him to kill Winnie the Pooh because he looks like the Chinese. You know that story where he looks like they thought Winnie the Pooh looked like the Chinese president. I think it's president. So he obviously fights him.
Yeah.
I don't know any other roles he's really been in. Oh yeah, he does obviously Your Mama. He's obviously the voice of the main guy in Your Mama. So yeah, I just want to showcase this. Be ready, folks. You can obviously you can see currently this. I don't know if you have the audio on. Do you have the audio on?
Oh, alright, we're here.
You're under arrest. Gosh, I'm under what? Arrest, Goof. Now get in the car, would you? Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. Gosh, have a look at the headlock here. See that chap over there? He'll get your hand off my penis. This is the bloke that got me on the people. Get the cups on him. Why did you do this to me?
Get in the
For
car.
what reason? What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Oh, that's a nice headlock, sir. Oh, yes. I see that you know your judo well. Yeah. And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp? How dare get your hands off me? Ta-ta and farewell. Lord.
What is the charge for eating
Nah.
a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Oh, that's a nice headlock, sir.
Thank you. This is a big boy.
Oh, yes. I see that you know your judo well.
No,
Oh, bother.
no, it's not it for me. Absolutely not it at all. It's like it's the most Americanized thing ever. It's a fucking guy who's like, a meal, a succulent Chinese meal. Get your hands off my penis. Like, it doesn't need Goofy. Wow. He's also censoring the funny bits. You're censoring the main bits. What's up? What's that? Peacock. So what? You're censoring the fucking funny bits. Nah, fuck that. Fucking
Don't pull up the original.
too American for me. The original's fantastic. If you don't know what it is, you should. Don't need to play the original. Everybody knows the original. But it's just absolute fucking banger. Because it's a very Australian thing to do. Like it's like, oh, and what is my crime? I wonder what this, and you just see him go into the spiel like, gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. Fucking gold. Fuck you for adding Goofy impressions. Fucking shit. Just trying to cash on the fact that he died.
See, I knew Ash would hate it. I knew he'd hate it. That's why I had to show it, because I wanted him to rant. And
It's
also,
like salted caramel M&M's.
Here we
You want
go.
M&M's, you get fucking M&M's. You don't get fucking salted caramel.
Here we go. Here we fucking go. It's still...
You just need to... People just... Sometimes simple is the best. You don't need the fucking... Look, the best burger I've ever eaten is not some fucking thing at like a fancy burger restaurant. Best burger I've ever eaten is just that fucking burger van. You just... All the grease just everywhere. Don't need fucking lettuce, fucking water leaf shit. Don't need any lettuce. Get some burger sauce on it. Get some cheese on it. Slap it in a bun. Don't any fucking seeds. Fuck off with your seeds. Fuck off with your floury buns as well. Fucking delicious, greasy burger. Don't need the fucking ridiculously overcooked everything 10 million ingredients. Sometimes simple is best.
I have a ham and bacon pizza waiting in the oven for me when I finish this.
Sounds pretty good.
That's my go-to, or a barbecue pizza. That's also nice.
Yeah.
Obviously the barbecue sauce is already on it. I don't pour barbecue sauce on it.
Yeah.
Just in case.
I'm not too keen on barbecue sauce pizzas.
You know what?
Yeah, have you ever seen the pizzas that have like cola?
No.
Where they're like this barbecue and cola infused sauce or some shit.
Oh. I was going to say, I'm surprised they never put brown sauce on fucking pizza before. I know it's a British thing, is brown sauce.
That's a bit too British, like.
Fucking beans and brown sauce on fucking pizza.
Yeah, man, but mate, you get some baked beans, you fucking get some brown sauce in it, you mix it all in. Whoa, delicious. Beans. Welcome to Britain.
Rule Britannia. Rule Britannia. Britannia rules the ways. England shall never, ever, ever shall be slain.
But yeah, it's a wild one. It's good fun. I forget where we're at, but yeah, sometimes simple is better. It's like food. I feel like most people overcomplicate food.
Case cooking.
Like, like if you want something sweet, you don't need every fucking thing about it to be sweet. It's like how you told me about how you had yourself like a chocolate pizza. And then you showed me this version where it's like a chocolate pizza plus like fucking 2 fucking buckets of ice cream and some fucking caramel on top and some like fucking marshmallow, and then you get some sprinkle. Like, nah, just fucking get it one at a time, man.
Yeah, I used to.
Why'd you have to fucking jam all this shit in? It's like all those American videos where it's like, I'm gonna make this meal, and then they just like unload a bunch of shit into a box and just shake it up, and it's like, no wonder you've all got fucking diabetes. You fucking put in about 10,000 calories in a fucking pot.
It's also funny because I also hear that Americans don't have kettles. So they're like, just boil it on the stove. No, buy a fucking kettle, you idiot. You don't boil water on the stove.
I feel like more people probably have kettles, but yeah.
No,
it's not nearly as common as in the UK.
Yeah, but they have American kettles where you put on the stove, you know, or on the hob.
Right, you know what's a really fucking banging sweet treat? Shortbread. Fucking fantastic. Flaky, delicious. Got some nice sugar on it. Fucking crumbles in your mouth. Gold. You know what's even better? Millionaire shortbread. Delicious. Add some chocolate. Add some fucking caramel. Banging. Do I want any more? Do I want any shit on top of that fucking caramel shortbread? No. No. Keep it away.
It's like
simple taste.
Whenever I go to Lidl, and you know what Lidl have the bakery. The one thing
the bakeries fucking go hard.
The one thing I get out of there is a pizza donut. I love it. It's like I don't know if it's an actual donut, but it's like a round pizza. And I eat about 4 of those bad boys, and I'm like, oh fuck, there's a lot of bread stuck in my system. It's just.
But yeah, like
stopping me eating a suckling
just
pizza.
Keep it simple, boys. Keep it simple. Don't fucking overcomplicate things. There's no need.
I just also.
But then again, I'm also poor, and I probably have a really shit taste. You know, probably that's also a thing.
Also, obviously we've seen Spider-Man 2, so we'll quickly just. How did you like it and stuff? How did you like seeing it in the cinema?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It was enjoyable. I fucking was had a hectic yesterday, so by like the fucking climactic sequence, I suddenly got hit with a massive wave of both tiredness and anxiety. So I'm like, I'm gonna wet myself. Nah, fucking hell. Time to rush out during like the main fucking fight scene. Fuck's sake. But no, it was pretty fun in cinema. I enjoyed it. It was. I think I preferred the first one, but also I was a bit less tired on the first one. So, did you like it?
I always say 2 is my favourite out of all 3 trilogies. We're including two trilogies and Andrew Garfield's 2 movies. Because it really shows what a superhero should be. Where you hit rock bottom, you don't know what to do, so you try and fit in, but you can't fit in because you can't do the thing you want to do. So you have to read. You have to. So you have
to rediscover what makes it.
Yeah. So I think like it's the best Spider-Man movie in terms of like grounded and like being like, what is it to be Peter Parker? And it's like, oh, Peter Parker fails his grades. He can't keep a job. He takes pictures of Spider-Man, and it's like, yeah, and it's like, and you also owe rent, and it's like, oh, he's just like me.
For real.
And you don't get that with many superheroes. Like Hawkeye wouldn't fucking get it because it's Hawkeye.
One thing I like about the early Spider-Man is I like how it's still very down to earth. It's still grounded in some decent sense of reality. A lot of it, well, except for the fucking mad spider, but like most world-ending. You frozen?
No.
No. Okay, we're back. It's not some like great like world-ending fucking. If you don't do this, everybody's gonna die. I like how it's a lot more humble. I like how it's, it happened to a random fucking kid. And I kind of prefer that approach rather than what like most Marvel shit where it's like, welcome to the multiverse, and also if you die, you're dead in every single world, and everyone's gonna die, and the world's gonna fucking explode. And I'm like, nah, that's not it for me. I don't want that. I'm not interested in that so much. It's like in the first movie of the Tom Holland Spider-Man. It's like, oh, here's Tony Stark. Welcome to the Avengers, kid. You're gonna be like mini me. Here's this fancy suit, and it's like, yeah, I'm not feeling it. Spider-Man should be. He's just a random dickhead who got bit by a spider. That's my take on it.
Yeah, the one I feel like the Tobey Maguire ones are like what it's like to be growing up, if that makes sense. Where it's like what it's like to be an adult, and it's like it's not good. But it's also nice to know that we have technically a send off for him. I know he's probably going back to Secret Wars, but like the fact that in No Way Home he was essentially kind of like not Aunt May, but he was kind of like the Uncle Ben to the MCU Peter Parker, where he stops him from killing the Green Goblin because he knows it's not the right thing to do. That scene always gets me, where he tries to fucking impale the goblin, and obviously Peter too puts his hands up, and it's like, no, Peter, this is not what you should do, because it just shows like, and you might call me a fucking loser for it, but when Aunt May was given the there's a hero on all of us, I was just like, yeah, you're true, Aunt May. Because that always hits
not
home.
me though, never me.
You're just trapped there. Who's the fucking man? I'm a true alpha man. I beat women. That's a joke. Alpha males do not beat their women. They simply don't give them rights. Which is true. But yeah, like obviously, I prefer like the Tobey Maguire ones. Some of the comedy has not aged, but it's due to happen because no matter where you go in 20 years, the Tom Holland trilogy like jokes won't land. The Andrew Garfield one might not land in 10 years' time. So it is just revolving.
It's like how I don't know about you, but I kind of love the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movies. I really enjoyed the Andrew Garfield one personally.
I'm going in like I've never seen the Andrew Garfield one, so the one.
Oh really?
When I'm going to the cinema, like to see them, it's going to be generally my first time. Because I've only seen the Toby and Tom trilogy, They're the only two I've seen.
I think the most emotional Spider-Man moment for me is in the Amazing Spider-Man movies.
The one with Gwen Stacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That fucking I cried. I fucking cried because it's really gutting because they have very very good chemistry. Like, it's great. I really do. Like, I used to rewatch the Spider-Man a lot, and as said before, I don't really like all the extra fucking like, hey, hello Tony. It's like, fuck off. I don't need you here. This is Spider-Man. Leave me alone. I don't even be an Avenger. I want to be your local neighborhood Spider-Man. Fuck off.
It's someone did a great theory of someone did an imagining of when Peter 3 Andrew Garfield goes back to his world. He goes to Gwen Stacy's grave and he's like, I've met some friends that actually get me, and they are me, but they are like brothers. Which I'm like, oh no, if that was an actual scene in No Way Home as a post credit, I'd be fucking gutted. Because I always think
absolutely crying.
I know it's Tom Holland's film, but I think you should have at least had the three Spider-Man swing at the end. You go to each universe and they're swinging through the city.
Yeah.
And then the post-credit scene is obviously you can do two, where you have Peter 1 going to see Aunt May's grave, and then Peter 3 is going to see Gwen Stacy's grave. Peter 2 still running, doesn't get depressed because we're now establishing who died and who didn't die in each universe, as you keep that a secret. But that's what I'd do. I still think you should have at least given Andrew Garfield a better send off. Hopefully he will get a better send off.
Yeah. I think he had the best arc in that movie.
No, he did.
He had the best fucking revelation.
I'd love for a post-credit scene where he is just sat there crying, like he can never see these people again. He can never see the people that he made friends with, who got him, and it's just because I always look at it as Tobey Maguire's trilogy is the funny one. Andrew Garfield's one is this depressing, not like Batman 2022, but it's the more depressing. Everything you think that can go wrong will go wrong. Tom Holland is a boy who has a rich millionaire friend who helps him at every opportunity, and it takes two people that he doesn't know but are him to help him realize who he is and his Aunt May at the end. And I'm hoping the next trilogy is actually good, and it's not here's all the Avengers. The only one I'll bring in for the fourth one is Daredevil. He's the only street level superhero. He's the only street level one that would make sense if you're having him fight Kingpin. But I always make the joke of imagine instead of Kingpin he had Trump. He had Trump he was on the streets and Trump's complaining about him. There's this blind guy. He's going around causing havoc. We should kill him.
But yeah, I think that wraps up the Spider-Man. I've been alright. It's been a good week off. Honestly, we've been having a good time. I've been playing Football Manager every fucking day. I've been back. I finished Prison Break finally. I watched the Revival series. It was pretty good. All in all, Prison Break's a fucking baller TV show. And I enjoyed all 5 seasons of it. Now I'm stuck in that place where I'm like, what do I do now? What do I do? I think I'm gonna venture into some anime for a while. Gonna broaden me horizons. Gonna become a weeb. Yesterday, Wednesday, as of when this is released, fucking had a hell of a day. Because I mention it sometimes, obviously. On the side, I do some speed running of Simpsons Hit and Run. And I've been doing it for years. I've been playing the game for 5 years now. Off and on again, streaming. And on the Wednesday, after 4 years, I finally beat my personal best. And fuck me. My heart was beating. I thought I was gonna die. It's fucking boom boom, fucking hell. Hold your nerve. And I pulled it off. And it was fucking sick. It was a very fun achievement to do. So that's given me some more motivation. So if you ever find yourself bored, I stream usually around 7 o'clock on twitch.tv/AquaDreams. But but also on the Football Manager, I decided I was going to take, and fuck, I'll say it here as well. Who cares? Gonna take the football team I love and the football team my dad loved, that being Hereford FC, to the Premier League. In this save at that time, they were in the Southern League, like they were in the league below like the National League, which is the kind of, it's out of the Football League, so it's kind of much harder to get out of. So I took them from the Southern League, and I managed to get them all the way to the Premier League. I'm like, holy shit, I fucking done it. I'm a hero. I'm a fucking hero. I've spent like 7 actual full days like in just that save alone. So I brought them to the Premier League. Got that Premier League money. Got a new stadium. Fucking making the money. And then fucking I was just playing. Done a couple of seasons in the Premier League. And then fucking I got an email being like, yeah, we have decided that we want you to be the England manager. And I'm like, fucking hell, what? I'm not even that remarkable. I've not even done anything. I've not won anything. I've just been scaling up the divisions. So now I brought my local team to the Premier League, and I'm now England manager in that save. So it's fucking wild shit. It's always the dream when you play Football Manager. Is you want to have a save where you take your favourite team, you win everything, and then you fucking, I don't know, you get like the stadium named after you. It's like, yes, I have done it. I've achieved everything. So I had a great time. Wednesday was wild. But yeah, no, it's been a good break though. It's been a proper decompress, not fucking doing anything. Like I think the Monday it was like a heat wave. I was just sat there, just fucking in my pants, playing Football Manager. Like, yeah,
Balls out.
this is the life. This is the fucking life. How's your break been?
My break's been good. I guess I have to give this shout out. Someone's been watching our podcast in the pub Discord, which is confusing because, in the sense, I jokingly say, "Oh yeah, you can watch our podcast so you know our thoughts on the week of EastEnders." Also, I've got to let you know that you might update that podcast playlist that have all the podcasts in it, because some podcasts are missing in the podcast playlist. Some podcasts are missing.
Ah, well.
I'm not doing that job. I edit. You can take that job. Cheers, pal. But Flora is her name, or their name, or his name. One of the pronouns. So you gotta be safe. The pronoun police are here. So they're watching currently in January. They're going into February. They obviously won't see this until they reach August. So just wish them good luck. They're doing good in what they're doing. It's weird because sometimes we'll get messages and they're like, "Oh my God, you seen this Panasa attacked, blah blah blah," and we're like, "Did you know now he's sleeping with another woman?" And Reece Caldwell is a murderer. And it's like, and so it's very weird because I have to go back in time to remember what the fuck did happen in January, and then go forward. Like I obviously watched I watched a bit of a podcast from March, and it was so funny because my camera is just like down, and your camera is so straightforward, and I'm in like 240p, and you're in like crystal clear 4K, and I'm like, holy shit! You can see the sweat drops coming off them. It's good fun. I hope they have fun when they reach this. Just want to shout them out because it's the fun thing to do. But I'm doing good. Also, they also complained because we were just yapping a lot. And like, it is our podcast. We're allowed to do that. 30 minutes is where we talk with the EastEnders. 30 to 35 minutes, maybe 40.
I think, looking back, I think I've done a decent enough job of not missing many podcasts. So I'll just take that as a victory and not change anything.
But yeah, we have 30 more weeks to go until we hit 100. I think.
20. What, like 15?
It's 20 we have left to do 20 podcasts. Oh yeah, 20 weeks.
15.
50?
This is podcast 85.
Oh, yeah.
If you add 5 and you're plus 10,
Ah,
that means we get 100.
so when will that be? That'll be like October, won't
I'll
it?
be at the end of the year, honestly. It might be like, I think it'll be the week before Christmas. Because obviously there's 52 weeks in a year, and there's 52 podcasts a year. So, yeah.
What are we going to do for the Hunter podcast, Ash?
I don't fucking know, man.
Also, I want to, because before, I know we're rambling on a bit, I'm rambling on. I just want to say we have been practicing for our Christmas song. We've been practicing our acting skills. I've been in my bathroom mirror dancing to this song, and I am delighted for when people get to see. It's honestly, it's a talky song. I don't know if you want to reveal the song.
No, we'll keep that under our hats.
And I'm just excited because I know Ash is every day in the morning. I don't know why it's Freddy Fazbear coming out. But we've been preparing. Obviously, when we get back from Wembley, we'll obviously be planning our Christmas schedule because Christmas is nearly here. Santa Claus is getting his sack out one last time, and it's massive. And obviously, we're also going to have the Halloween stream and shit. Oh, it's going to be great. But to finish off, I'm doing good. I'm excited to review this week of EastEnders. Also, just side note, we'll get into obviously, I love this scene with Reese and Phil. My favourite scene I've seen all week, or all month nearly. Just because of how excellent Johnny Freeman plays him. He looked like he was about to piss himself. You know that Vince McMahon segment where Stone Cold where he has the gun? It's obviously a fake gun. And it says bang bang 316 and McMahon pisses himself. I like to imagine in an ideal world that Reese actually pissed himself during that segment. Just, Phil, leave me alone. Don't get your bat out. No, please. But yeah, let's get into the week of EastEnders. I'm going to grab my phone because I need to do something very quickly. But I'll let Ash talk and put the camera on Ash so you don't see me.
Skew to me and I'll fucking start rattling it off.
You go ahead, mate.
Alright. Let's talk about the EastEnders. As before, this is now the EastEnders part of the podcast. And let's talk about the main storylines. The main storylines are Sonia and Reese look guilty. Sookie and Eve talk marriage. The Knight family come together. And Linda spirals and hits rock bottom. And the first one we're going to do, it's a bit of a sub-story, really. It's usually a bit more than there usually is. But yeah, Sookie shows Sonia the ring, and Sonia finds out that Reese hasn't been mugged at all. I immediately want to get your fucking thought on this because it buckled me to no end. Fucking Sonia sees the ring on Sookie's finger, and then I'm like, okay, she thinks that Reese hasn't been mugged. Oh no, never mind. She thinks that she got it from a pawn shop. It's like, Sonia, use your fucking brain, please. Why do you believe that Reese is going to tell you the truth? He doesn't fucking tell the truth about anything. Yeah, I was mugged. But Sookie's a ring that's similar. Wow, she must have bought it from the bloody pawn shop. Fucking insanity, man. Reese finally explains that he sold it himself to pay back Phil. She insists on them getting the ring back. At a family meal, they get Reese to propose to Sonia properly, but Debbie's parents show up, wanting advice on the funeral and the payment. She breaks this all down in front of the rest of the family, explaining how the ring meant a lot to Debbie in the start and how Reese has been emptying her bank account. Brenda learns that Debbie had a life insurance policy and recognizes that there is no way he's getting a life insurance payout. They will see him in court. I do like this. I do like how Brenda is the, not Van Helsing to Dracula, but as the fucking... This is Van Helsing and Dracula? Am I fucking making shit up?
I thought you were saying this Millhouse family.
But,
I thought you were saying the Millhouse family, Frank Lurk.
But, no, yeah, Van Helsing from Dracula, got it. But, fucking... I like how any time Reese is even remotely close to being happy, it's like, all right, you bastard. Oh, you think you're doing good? Well, yeah, well, not anymore. Fuck you. It's great. It's a fucking great dynamic. I love it. She is really weird. Like the character looks so weird, but I love her. I love her. She's fantastic.
To make a Simpsons comparison, she's Itchy and he's Scratchy. Isn't that it? Itchy's the mouse, I want to say.
Yeah, Reese is Tom. Brenda is Jerry.
I think it's the other way around, where she's Tom and he's Jerry.
Well, no, because Jerry's the smart one. Reese is a bumbling fucking idiot.
Fair enough. Or
Reese is just falling into every single trap.
If he was in a Hanna-Barbera cartoon, he'd be fucked. He'd be widely fucked. Like, imagine him in Looney Tunes, he'd fuck. And it's like, oh, there's not a real door here, and then like Bugs Bunny opens the door and he falls through. No.
He is Scrappy Doo. In a way. He's completely rattled knowing that if they don't get life insurance, there's no way he can pay off his debt. He suggests they leave Albert Square for a while. She's furious and he keeps piling and coercing Sonia into it. And it really feels like he's going to let Sonia take the hit for it. Like, he's not going to speak up and admit that he killed Debbie. He's going to let Sonia fucking go to prison, isn't he? That feels where it's going. Because he's only confessing the truth when he has to. And why would he put himself at risk if she has the baby and he has the baby, you know? It feels like... Do you reckon that's where it's heading?
I feel like, yeah, she will go to prison if she's filming a TV show for a little while. But, what was she going? Yeah, she'll go to prison and then obviously the truth will come out. Or Reese goes to prison to stay away from Phil, and now he has to answer. Now Sonia has to answer the Phil and pay Phil off. But I honestly don't know. They do get arrested next week, spoiler. But it'll be fun to see where it goes.
Yeah, it's wild. It's a wild world. I will say I do look forward to the break, as they've somehow managed to make Sonia more annoying than Reese, which is a fucking achievement. And I don't really know how they've done it, but they've really managed to ramp up. I think it does come down to that Reddit thread that we went through, because he is because. Fuck me, I've completely lost myself. Where the fuck am I going with this? Yeah, because Sonia's kind of had a pretty shit life over the last, since she left Tina. Her life's been garbage. She's not had a good life. She's desperate to have her, one last fucking run. She wants to have a kid one last time and kind of make something of her life now. It would make sense as to why she's just so ready to just allow Reese's shit. Because you look at Martin in comparison. Martin got remarried. He has had more kids. He's lived a pretty happy life, all things considered. And then you have Sonia, who's been he's like that seal just spinning around in a fucking corner, just like, yeah, oh, Sonia, you doing all right? Yeah. Yep. All right. See you, Sonia. See ya.
Does she have a saxophone?
I hope so.
Or like Neil the Seal. A little shout out Neil the Seal, Australian icon. I think Tasmania's in Australia, isn't it?
Yeah, but they don't really like to admit that. I don't know if it's in Australia, but it's in that region.
Shout out to Neil the Seal. Also, just for anyone who's going to go see Neil the Seal, please do not interact with him. You can look at him, but you can't go near him. He will probably take your entire arm off. So it's fun to look at him. Also, Neil, just side on, Neil the Seal also invades people's privacy. He goes into the gardens, you could be having a cup of tea in Australia morning. Then you look out your window, you see this fucking lump of a seal just sitting on your front porch. reading the newspaper. Like. But
But yeah,
Sonia is probably fucked. If I had to guess.
yeah. So she agrees when he says they can go see Whitney, Sonia fucking offers to pay for the tickets as Reese is still skint. Martin's taking care of Jasper, and Phil demands Reese go to the boxing gym in 10 minutes. Phil confronts Reese in the den when he tries to suss him out. He lies again and says, I haven't stolen from you. I'm just protecting your investment. I haven't shit my pants. I'm just holding on to this weight till later. Like, what fucking nonsense is he talking about? Look, no, I have not done that. I definitely have not done that. There's no fucking way I would have done that. Never done that. Never me, of course. It's fucking... He's such a coward. It's absurd. Obviously, I wouldn't say, yeah, I did steal your money, Phil. But Phil threatened... It's like when I was in sixth form. I was a fucking prick in sixth form. I was an absolute dickhead. And I'd not intentionally spread some rumors about this girl, but I had ended up accidentally. Basically, I had this mate in fucking sixth form. You tell him anything, it's fucking gone. Like fucking, you tell him one thing, like the deepest, darkest secret, everybody knows. It's like, fuck's sake, Stan, you little bastard! Stop fucking telling everyone my secrets. So he starts spreading it like a motherfucker. And this girl is like, oh, do you want to go for a walk? What was being said is that she was just, I don't know, she was being a bit weirdly suggestive, and I was like, this is a bit odd. I'm not down for this. You know, this is my ex's. This is my mate's ex here. This is a bit weird. And so she at some point went, oh, do you want to go for a walk? And I'm like, yeah, all right. And so she obviously goes through like, you know, someone's been spreading some stuff. And instead of being a fucking adult and taking responsibilities, what? Nah, no way. Never knew that. And he just went, I know it's you. And I'm like, oh, yeah. It's like, I don't know. I was not taking any responsibility for anything in that fucking situation. She was fuming. She was absolutely fuming. Reasonably so. But just fucking that's how Reese deals with responsibility. Just Reese, you telling the truth? Yeah. Reese, you're fucking lying. Yeah. So, Reese, just fucking tell the truth. Yeah. Well, what am I supposed to do? You know, there is no satisfying outcome there.
I do love Reese. I do love Reese like being a shit coward. Because obviously he's not going to stand up to Phil Mitchell. But Ash, I know it would be such a waste. But imagine he killed Phil Mitchell. Imagine he killed him.
It's over. Fucking get me out. I've had enough.
Would that be worse than Alfie Moon turning evil?
Yes.
Fucking imagine the outrage that would happen. I do again like it. So I don't know like where we're gonna go from here for Reese and Sonia. I honestly don't know. I hope it's generally just leaving him fucking off and never coming back, because I feel like they're just gonna Hailey Slater him and be like, well, he's gone, never to come back. Fucking see you later. But again, shout out to Johnny Freeman. Yeah, like for being a sexy man in real life, he looks like he does not look shaggable in fucking EastEnders.
Like, is that really the way you shaggable?
Lovable. He doesn't look lovable. Wait till you see Johnny Freeman though. Wait till you fucking see Johnny.
No, he looks fucking great outside of EastEnders. I do know what you mean.
Like, I wish they just had Johnny Freeman play a sexy character. Sexy idiot.
Yeah. I guess I'm at least content that we are. It's not. we are moving forward a little bit. We're not just fucking treading the same ground. That one I can appreciate. But yeah, it's just it's gonna be a really annoying one to get there. I can't lie. Like I think Reese has taken that spot of being like a fucking absolute nuisance, and he really he really is clamoring towards that. But it doesn't mean it's fun. Like it's definitely winding a lot of people up. But yeah, moving on though. He plays the Sonia is pregnant card. Like, bloody hell, you can't do that. Sonia's pregnant. Fuck Reese. Yeah, I've just got to look after. You're not looking after anyone. The only person Reese is looking after is himself. Fucking fed up, man. Fucking fed up of Reese and his shit. Phil threatens to hurt him if he doesn't give him the money. He plays under his pregnant card, pledges to get the money back. Phil gives him till Monday. Sonia, Priya makes a comment saying, bloody hell, wouldn't it be weird if Reese killed his fucking... Wouldn't it be weird if Reese killed Debbie and blamed it on Sonia? Which is some fucking foreshadowing, let's be real.
Yeah.
And Martin has to go back and be like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Fucking hell. Sonia agrees with Martin. And Martin also just says, you do look really guilty if you leave. So you should probably stay. And then Reese goes, yeah, but we should leave though. And then Sonia goes, no, we're fucking staying. So we're not getting the break just yet. Unfortunately. Unfucking-fortunately. But yeah, that's the Sonia and Reese stuff. For some reason. No, just keep rolling. Keep rolling.
I want them to recreate the Bradley jet with Reese, where he goes on the Queen Vic route and he just runs across it and fucking dies. I don't know why that's funny to me. Recreating.
I mean, I don't know why. Why would they do that though?
He missed killing Debbie, but he's on the roof. I think so.
Yeah, why would he be on the roof?
Because he has nowhere else to go. He doesn't want to be arrested.
I don't know how Reese exits. I feel like Reese would have to go to prison in some way.
Never to be seen again.
Like he has to pay for his actions. If he doesn't, shit's gone bad. But like he has to pay. There's no way. Like he's not getting that life insurance money. He's gonna keep spiraling himself into more and more debt, and it's just gonna be over.
It's over.
But yeah, Suki and Eve talk marriage. Eve goads Nish into being jealous over the marriage. Ravi tells him to not stress and it isn't good for his heart. He tells him that Suki and Eve aren't going anywhere, so maybe focus on yourself and your grandson. Excuse me. Aisha spots to see Nish, who tricked her here. He acted like Suki is ill and wants her to have half of the rental properties. He does off half the properties for no strings, but she is she don't fucking care. Fuck off, Nish. Suki shows Sonia the ring and finds out that Reese wasn't mugged after all. And we do this bit, and there's a funny scene where it's like, Suki, I want the ring back. No, it's mine. Yeah, he took it off a dead person's finger, and then she's like, fuck this. No, never mind. And then they just decide to, Eve's like, you better pay me back. That's all my savings gone. And yeah, that's that. I think Aisha basically says, fuck off, Nish, you little bastard. Fuck off, loser. You're all alone.
He did the Rey Mysterio method. He whispered in her ear and went, oh no, she whispered in his ear and went, do something with your life, you little bitch. And fucked off.
Exactly.
My favourite story that Astro brings up, my favourite wrestling story. It's that Rey Mysterio one in, I think it was Mexico. A little child, like, just going up from saying, do something with your life, you little bit. That's a great way to start your, like, teenage years, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
The kid was Dominic Mysterio. But I love it. It's like, yeah, I'm not taking this ring off. It was, I'm a dead woman.
It's kind of funny how Nish has very quickly slipped back into being Nish, and nobody is really batting an eye. Like, his whole "I'm nice" facade is over. Nobody's buying it anymore. He's still Nish.
Do you reckon we do get what the fuck was his name? Derek Brannon death for him, where he on Christmas Day?
I think so. I do think, like, it's just how else do you have him die? I still kind of think that there is a chance he not kills himself, but he sets it up to look like Suki killed him. Obviously, it might be a bit on the nose with the sick stuff, but it feels like Nish's last breath is gonna be like, "Hey Suki, fuck you." Like, it's that's what it feels like it's gonna be, and it feels like she will be. It feels like she'll turn away from him at the end, and that's what I think will happen. Not entirely sure. They haven't really played into how he's gonna die, but I do look forward to seeing what happens.
Yeah.
You have anything else on this,
What I
or
was
do we
gonna
move?
say is, Nish, I love Nish to be, hey, smell this. Smell what, Nish? Just farts and dies. Just that's how he ends.
Like, I think Nish thinks he's gonna get this really dignified, really smart, like calculated, and by the way, Suki, Eve doesn't love you. Whoa, it's like fucking. He wants to have this really cool like last line, but I think he's just gonna be shit. He's just gonna shit himself and die.
He is your mate when you're in a fight with a bully, like in a roast battle. But your friend also has to say the last lines. Like, your mom stinks, and then he chimes in and goes, yeah, your mom fucking stinks. Doesn't wash her pussy. And it's like, okay, dude, I have to say the last line. And he's like, no, I have to say the last line, bitch. And it's like, okay. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, Nish wants the last word. I feel like when he's dying, he's gonna be reveling in it. Like, I'm Vinny. Vinny, just come closer. Come closer. I never loved you.
I'd love if he
Ravi, come here. Fucking stop shaving the sides of your head, you fucking melt. You look shit.
I'd love if he goes, Vinny, come here.
Obviously he doesn't. That's Nish's words, not mine. Ravi is a sexy man.
Vinny, come here. And Vinny's like, yeah, Dad, what do you want? Lick my balls. Dies.
He does the thing of the woman crying, like crying. Just like it hits it with that, pieces out of existence.
I've heard somewhere that there was a bet two friends had, where whoever died first, the friend would have to wear a green dress and some high heels at the funeral. So you just see this guy burying his friend, but he's obviously just sat there crying because he's in a green dress and a pair of heels. Like, you fucker, you motherfucker. And I'm like, that is a perfect way to go out. Oh yeah, come here. You know, Ravi, come here, Ravi. These nothing about, bitch. Just fucking
Ravi, you ever heard of the Mind Goblin? No, Dad, never heard of it. Mind Goblin these nuts. Like, just the shittiest thing, because obviously Nish believes that everything he says is like really smart, so he thinks he's gonna be like dropping one-liners, but he's just pissing bars. They're not good. It's like, yeah, well, you know what, Suki, I don't like your lasagna. It's like, oh, bloody hell, what are we going to do?
He is also like that fucking kid where the bully's like, yeah, well, your mom stinks. Your mom fucking stinks. And then he responds with, Well, yeah, you know that lasagna you cooked me the other day? Derek fucking smells. Never liked it.
Well, hey, Suki, what's your favourite number? Oh, it's 24. Well, what's mine? 25, bitch! Suck it! Fucking shit victories.
Oh,
That's what that's what fucking that's what Nish does.
I'd love him to do the Jack the Snake fucking. You want to play 21? I've got 22. Fucking.
But yeah, anyway, this segment's gone on way too fucking long. The point's gotten across 17 times already.
You want to
Let's
play
move on
21?
to the next fucking topic. The Knight family come together. Anna and Freddie are birdwatching again, where Gina tells her to admit your feelings. This while Peter's angry at how he's not been made manager over Bobby. Lauren essentially goes, yeah, but you know, Cindy's always choosing you instead of him. Fucking come on, grow up. Cindy's obviously got an ulterior motive. Gina heads to Walford East to coax Bobby into leaving Anna, being like, you're just so bloody busy. What have you done?
I accidentally took a swig of my mocha, then took a swig of red lemonade.
Gross. And it's just like, but yeah, she plays mind games and makes him think that, you know, either you're sacking off the job or you're sacking off Anna, and you just do one or the other, please. Peter wonders why Cindy has made Bobby manager. She keeps lying back and forth, and he needs to know why Bobby's been made manager over him. She's like, Peter, you're 30 years old, for fuck's sake. Mate, do you really want to be hanging on to my apron strings? She claims it's a lack of ambition. Then in the Vic, Lauren, Peter, and someone else, I don't remember, all discussing, like, yeah, Cindy's probably cheating, isn't she? Like, it's probably a thing. Then she just steps in and offers Peter a job. When they break the news to Cindy, she gets angry and then fucking Cindy's willing to just go, I'll just make you manager here. Hey, Bobby, you know that job you did? Fuck you. Peter's anyways. Dickhead. Peter doesn't feel right taking the job, and Cindy is fuming over him taking the job with George. This while Bobby apologizes to Anna and says, I'm sorry for taking you for granted. Cindy and Junior bicker, and Junior gives his side of things. This sets Lauren off, who tells Cindy to let Peter go. Gina and Anna argue, and Anna brings up how much of a car crash her own relationships are. She says, at least my relationships aren't all drama and overdoses. Fucking come on, Anna. It's not been that bad. She's not interfered that much. For fuck's sake. It'd be like if we had an argument and it's like, yeah, well, at least my dad's not dead. I'm like, I just said you're being a bit slow with the fucking cameras. Yeah, well, I said it. It's like, fucking hell.
I've always told Ash, there's another one of my favourite wrestlers is Christian, and I've always told Ash, if my father dies, I don't want him to go, sorry for your loss. I don't want any of that. I want him just to go up to me while I'm sad and go, Piggy, I hear you had a father, but your father's dead. And I'll just start crying and laughing. Because that would be the funniest thing to me. Just in that moment. It'd be like, if anyone else is there, it'd be absolutely like, what the fuck did he say? I'll just
what the fuck?
What the fuck do you mean? It's just be like, hey, it's alright.
But yeah, like, it's fucking unreasonable, man.
It'd be like, again, if we had an argument and then you just turn around, at least my mom didn't hit me, bitch. Stupid, getting abused as a child.
Just like it's a bit unreasonable, Anna.
It's you know what? I have a perfect EastEnders comparison. It'd be like Alfie Moon going up the cat and saying, "You're the reason why you were assaulted as a child."
Imagine that happened. Never happen, of course.
Never happened.
Then Freddie overhears. Gina says, I know you have feelings for Freddie. Anna says, my feelings for Freddie are under control. Freddie overhears this and kind of he gets excited for a second and then realizes maybe it's time to give some space. In the end, Cindy lies to try to get Peter out of the job, but it all resolves so him and Junior talk contracts. Cindy worries about being entangled, but Junior feels justified and doesn't worry about getting caught out. Anna wants Freddie to stay and help out when Linda's being taken to a hospital for drinking. But Freddie decides to space himself. Freddie is upset when Anna texts, wondering if he's upset with her. He looks at his text while not helping Jean move a sofa, and Jean like does a fucking forward roll, and it's like, me back, sir. Oh, bloody hell. Fucking weird fucking scene. Cindy and Junior arrange for another rendezvous, but Gina arrives and decides she's moving in. He's completely against Gina moving in just because he wants to fuck about. It's fuck's sake, Junior. He's just like, yeah, nah. And obviously, she feels rejected. She feels like, he doesn't like me. Doesn't really want to be my brother, is it? Like, she gets really down, and he's like, just wanted to fuck. Just wanted to fuck, didn't I? That's the only reason. But he doesn't tell her that. Cindy arrives and he nearly opens up, but then they just get horny and fuck. Because, yes, she starts to think about getting to know him better, but this cozy little moment gets interrupted by George, who notices he has company. George is fuming at him.
I know it's not funny, but I'm just imagining George puts out a condom. He puts out a pack of condoms, like, threesome?
Don't use them all at once.
It's just like, threesome maybe? Maybe me involved? Maybe? No, here you go, son. And slaps his dicks like tight dick player.
George is furious at him for not prioritizing Gina or Xavier for just having a bunk up. This sparks him up. Mate, honestly, this sparks off some mad fucking daddy issues. At least didn't leave me. It's like, what? Yeah, at least you can talk. You left me. And it just keeps going that, and it's fucking wild. All this while Cindy's like there, like, do I get dressed or? It's just, it's fucking hilarious. Like that. If daddy issues were a thing, this Junior's got the maddest daddy issues possible. It's great. Fucking, he just completely he can't handle it. He can't handle being called out for being a shit dad and blames all of his shortcomings on George. It's fucking fantastic. Watch this scene. I loved it. And like I said, all this while Cindy is just casually in the room like, I didn't sign up for this. Fucking... It's absolutely great. Love this. Cindy's fuming at Junior and realizes there's a chance he's doing to get back at George. This crumbles as she gives him some home truth, saying maybe it's time you see your son. Lauren catches a caught off Junior and wants to have a drink. Lauren talks him around and he explains he's with an older woman, and explains how he has some mad attachment issues. He wonders if he made the wrong move, and Lauren explains how living with someone can be hard, but maybe you should invite her to move in, and maybe this will help you move forward. Junior returns and asks Gina to move in with him. He's thought and he recognizes that family comes first, and he was being an idiot earlier. They celebrate this, and Cindy wants an immediate talk. She's standoffish, but once again, I'm angry with you. Let's fuck, guys. Come on, you're not fucking 16. George wants Gina to keep an eye on Junior because he feels like he's on the wrong path, as the rest of the family are toasting their success, as Junior and Cindy are just fucking caressing each other's thighs, laughing. For fuck's sake. How do you reckon this goes? I'm starting to think that Junior might actually fall in love with Cindy, and Cindy would just be using him. Yeah, that's how I generally think this is going to go. Do you reckon it goes any other way?
No, I reckon it goes that way. I again just looking forward to the future of this storyline. Hopefully it has a good payoff. But again,
I think it comes out during the wedding. If I had to guess. With David Wicks.
And that's probably where we get his brothers coming in, George's brothers.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, they could be at the wedding, maybe. They didn't really say any time span on when the brothers are appearing, so. Yeah, it's good stuff. My brother fucking hates this storyline. He hates Cindy. He's fucking fed up of her. I love her because she's such a fucking hypocrite and an absolute bitch. Like I love to hate Cindy, and it's very fun. Oh, excuse me. All right. The final topic. Linda spirals and hits rock bottom. This, obviously, in the aftermath of the blackmailing from Bernie. In the aftermath of that, Bernie meets with Dean the day after as Linda is making a milkshake for Annie, the kid who needs multiple teeth taken out. Here's a milkshake. Here's a milkshake, fucking Annie. You're totally fine. Dean keeps trying to coerce Bernie to believe that he's innocent. He thinks that Sharon killed Keanu, and the penny starts to drop for Bernie, who recognizes that Dean is using her. He tells her to walk away if you're happy knowing that Keanu's killer will walk free. He advises her to turn up the heat, so she starts sending threatening messages, and Linda immediately goes for the drink. Johnny called Sharon around and they try to understand how to get past it. It's the pre-trial meeting today and Linda is in no fit state. Clearly overwhelmed by everything, he proceeds to give Linda a bit of the booze and is clearly conflicted by it. She heads to the court rehearsal pissed. She can't keep it together while Bernie spots Elaine and asks if Linda's changing her statement. The messages become relentless and she crumbles under the pressure. She screams at Johnny, who offers her the sippy cup again. Like, honestly, fucking Linda being an alcoholic is like a fucking child. So what? You didn't even want me here anyway. Fuck you. It's like, Jesus Christ. Hey, like, it's heartbreaking, but it is very good. Like, I couldn't imagine fucking dealing with something like that. I don't know if I'd have the fucking nerve to handle it.
It's fun to watch, but not fun when you're there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because obviously someone, my family, if you know my family well, Uncle Williams, he's not an alcoholic. He
just likes a couple of beers before bed.
And breakfast, and dinner, and tea, and work. So he is fun because he's a rambling nonsense. But would I live with him 24/7? No, because he's like your one mate who says all the edgy jokes, but you can only bring him out for certain occasions. Like you can't bring him like. Does that make sense? That's how I would describe an alcoholic.
If he goes to the wedding, he's saying something inappropriate.
Yeah. He's going. You remember that time me and Derek we fucking hooked up, and we hooked up with a bunch of strippers back in Dubai, and it's like, oh, that's just Dean Gaffney. That's just Dean Gaffney. But I just it's an alcoholics, like it's fun to like spend 20-30 minutes with them, but then when they start being annoying, you're like, oh fuck off. But
yeah, like it's the uncle that you see at Christmas and you don't want to see him at any other time.
He's the uncle who either comes up to talk about Brexit, means Brexit, or he's the uncle who comes up going bloody mosques ruining our country, and then he's just like, were you in it's like how I describe like the American spirit, like, were you there on the 6th of January 2021 or 5th of January? Well, I wasn't, but it's like, what do you mean you weren't? But it wasn't a terrorist attack. It was just a friendly meeting. It's like, I was not there, but I might have been there. Like, you know what I mean? That's how I describe it. But I couldn't live with an alcoholic. It would be fucking wrong. Nah. But Linda,
I'd be just trying on the family, really.
But Linda, like, giving Linda a drink it's like how I told Ash that I wanted to buy Uncle Williams a 24-pack of Bulmers because his favourite cider is Bulmers. Obviously now he's on Bulmers Light because it's easier for his stomach. Don't ask me how that makes sense. Or he's on the other one. I forget what the other one's called. It's on like light cider. And Ash went, why did you do that to him? I went, funny, wouldn't it? He's like, no, it wouldn't be fucking funny. Like,
just giving an alcoholic more booze.
It's like when your auntie was giving like Christmas presents. So she was also giving like Christmas presents out to her sister, which is my auntie, and he hands Williams fucking a pack of cider, and he's about to open the present, like, oh cider. It's non-alcoholic, and he got non-alcoholic. I don't think he drank it. But yeah, I would like. I don't advise giving more alcohol to calm them down. It's gonna make them intoxicated. It's all it's gonna do.
But yeah, she gets splattered and is very standoffish with the woman. The woman's like, "What the fuck happened? Like, she was fine 5 minutes ago. What? You fucking drunk?" And the woman learns she's an alcoholic and realizes that the whole case relies on her, but she's really uncomfortable. Sharon's gutted that Linda's off the case, while Bernie and Dean reconvene one last time, where he unveils his true motive, getting himself off the hook, not helping Bernie find out who killed her brother. The day after, Johnny is angry and he finds Linda sprawled out on the table drunk. Johnny screams at Sharon for asking questions. Johnny then breaks down with Linda and is with Gina and is struggling to deal with Linda. He wants his mum to be a mum again. He's missing important meetings and working from home. And this one's an interesting dynamic because I've seen a lot of people hating the new Johnny for reasons. I think it's just because he's not as happy as he used to be, and it's like, yeah, he's come back. He's come back where his mum is a crippling alcoholic and is in the worst state of his life, and he is the baby of the family and is now tasked with being a parent to his mum. He's not. Nobody's equipped to deal with that. No one's equipped to deal with it. Of course he's not as fucking fun. Of course he's raising his voice again. This is life or death, pretty much. He's been tasked with trying to keep his mum out of prison for a murder she did commit. I don't know why. Like, I guess he's probably a bit less naive than he used to be. But like, I like this new Johnny. I think he's really good.
I like him too. I like Johnny. He's big.
Only with a beard, though.
Yeah, with the beard.
Only with a beard. Keep that fucking beard on you, mate, please. Please.
Johnny can stay if it's this Johnny or original Johnny. I don't mind original Johnny. I just don't think.
Nah, I don't like original Johnny.
I don't mind. It's like how I want Charlie Jones back as Ben Mitchell. Come on, give him the role one time. One time for the lady.
But yeah, as I said before, it's interesting dynamic because what am I trying to say? Interesting dynamic because yeah, he is the baby. He's never had to deal with any of this before. That's why it's interesting. I feel like some people just miss out the key context and get annoyed just because they don't like it, and then they just decide that what they believe is why this is stupid is what's fucking wrong, and it's usually not. It's usually just nonsense. Gina tries to keep Linda together and insists on keeping her busy to stay off the booze, while Johnny fights for the case with the woman. He pledges that she'll be sober when she's on that stand. Bernie's been here Wigan House for 5 minutes with Linda to learn what happened. Bernie's bought a bottle of vodka and she basically forces her to start chugging. You know, she just keeps on pouring the booze. Which, yes, she is, like, you can see that Bernie is desperate, but this is fucked. This is absolutely fucked. Oh yeah, let me just play an alcoholic with booze. Yep, sound. Great. Cheers, Bernie.
I love feeling Bernie. Bad bitch Bernie.
I do genuinely believe that this time period is sink or swim. I think if she turns out to be a more interesting character through this storyline, then she can stay. But if she doesn't, she's gone in a year. Pretty much. It is very much sink or swim.
Come on, lady.
But yeah, she keeps pouring Linda vodka and is trying to coerce a confession out of her. She keeps prying further and further, and she apologizes to Bernie, but Johnny returns and is fucking livid. Says, you are back on the case as long as you go to rehab. Linda continues to blame Johnny for not being around anymore, and he says, I've wasted enough of my time in the last 6 months of this. Then screams, I wish you died instead of him. Obviously meaning Mick. No. Sharon apologizes to Johnny, finds Linda wheezing and choking on her own sick. Gino quickly realizes and puts her in the recovery position. Bernie worries that her actions may have led to Linda's possible death, and Johnny goes with her in the ambulance. Johnny screams at Gina, deciding it's her fault, and between that and the argument with Anna, Gina says, fuck this, I'm leaving, see yous. I've had enough of this shit. He apologizes to Linda and reminds her that he loves her. Linda explains how when she came to, she just wanted it all to be over. She just wanted to die. Johnny screams at Bernie and reminds her that he nearly killed her. And fucking Bernie's excuse is absurd. I forgot she was an alcoholic. Oh, bloody hell. I forgot. It's like, no one forgets.
Like,
And be like me being like, what? Phil's an alcoholic? Ah, blood. Really? Really?
It's like if you're a fat camp where, you know, they try and have the obese kids skinny down a little bit. But you obviously go up to the obese kid and obviously you pull out a dairy milk. Fetch! You're like, and it's like, did you give him a chocolate bar? I didn't know he was obese. You can fucking see the size of him. It's like, I just didn't know. That's how I describe it in my little world. Like, it's one of the funniest excuses ever.
Bloody hell. I didn't realise. Well, yeah, you did. You're just lying. Bloody hell. Well, I won't do that again. It's like, yeah, well, you already fucking caused enough problems,
You know
for
what,
fuck's sake.
It's like that Reddit comment we bring up every now and then, again, where it's like, why did you stab him in the heart? You could have just stabbed him in the arm. Bloody hell. Bloody
Exactly.
hell. I didn't mean to shit on him. I just meant to fart on him. Bloody hell. I did not know. But it's so funny to me. It's...
Callum, yeah, he reminds her that he nearly killed her. Callum spots this and wants to comfort Johnny. Johnny explains how he feels awful over his actions, claims how he's out of his depth and feels like such a failure. Callum supports him and says he's doing a really good job. Callum is heartbroken when Johnny explains how Linda wanted to die. He reminds him how he's just trying to do his best. He then struggles to know what to do if she doesn't want to live and says she's so lucky to have you, which results in a fucking Ballum fan stampede as Johnny kisses Callum. Judas! Judas, he's betrayed him. Fuck you, Johnny. Worst character ever. Hate you. Fuck you, Johnny. Fuck you. How dare you kiss Ben's husband, Callum? How dare you?
Can we quickly dive further and talk about this very quickly? I was so happy. I was so happy when I read the news they were gonna kiss. Because obviously I checked the spoilers. Someone go on.
I don't.
I checked. I follow a spoiler page on our Watching Walford account. So like the spoilers pop up sometimes on the Instagram. I was just checking. I was like, why can't it just be gay best friends? Why do you have to? Why can't they be gay best friends? Why do you have to ruin Ballum? What did Ben do to deserve this? I'm like, it's a soap. Ben and Callum can't last forever. You said the word. You aunt. Like, they can't last forever. And it's like,
Judas.
But like, Ballum, it's forever. It's not forever. It's not. Let's be honest. It's not. They're unhappy. Like, when Callum wants a fun night with Ben, Ben's fun night is sitting in the bed watching Take Me Out. That's all his fun night is, and maybe a chicken curry. That's all his night is. And it's just like, but Ben, I want to go to a fun fair. I don't want to go. Oh. Do you want to go to a theme park? Don't want to go. Want to go to the movies? Don't want to go. For fuck's sake. What do you want?
It was.
It's just so funny. It's just like, it's a soap. It's not real characters. The dilemma I can compare it to is like when news comes out that a celebrity cheats on a celebrity. Does that make sense? And like obviously then you have people go on the Instagram going, oh my god, Kim Kardashian, why did you cheat on Ye? I think that's his new name. And Yay or whatever. He's high on carbon dioxide or whatever the fuck it is. Nitrosin. And it's like, why did you cheat on Yay? And it's like, it's none of your fucking business. They're real people. They're real people. None of your business. Is it wrong? Yes. But is it your business? No. Just like it's not your business that a fictional character is switching teams and becoming an extra gay character. Because at the end of the day,
it's so like, look, I understand why. I understand why people get attached to these characters because it's this, we all have our favorite storylines, right? We have the storylines that mean the most to us. And sometimes people, if they're characters, they do become comfort characters, and you love them. You live it for them. You do everything for them. But like, come on now, Balam's over, boys. Sorry, it's over. It's done.
It's
If you love Callum, then Balam is dead. Because Callum can't fucking exist just being a surrogate for Ben. Like, if you want Callum to be an actual character, sorry, boys. He's
again going back to like wrestling, where Brian Danielson might retire next Sunday. Like, I know he will have to retire at some point. His neck is fucked. His back is nearly gone. He's wrestling high pace ever since he left the big company, the big organization. He's like I know he can't stick. Like, he can't be 60 doing this. Like, Hugh Jackman can't be 70. Like, oh, here comes Wolverine again, and he can barely act. It's just like everything has to come to an end at some point, whether you like it or not. That might be your dog, like, passing, might be your best friend going away or doing something to you.
or in my case, it all happened in the span of about 2 months last year.
It's
Oh, your nan's dead, your dog's dead, your mum's dog's dead. Great, cheers. Thanks, guys. Can I get a break? Nah, not really. Sounds, cheers. Love it. Love that. Legend.
It's just like, if you want to support Callum, support Callum. But just admit that it cannot live on if you have one. It's basically like, you know, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, where I forget Will Smith's auntie in the show. Not like she was replaced.
Yeah.
It's like if they didn't replace her, they just left her off screen, so she's an off-screen character. And then Will's uncle in the show is like, me and my wife, we're going out for a date, but you never see the wife. It's like, what's the point? She can't be on the show. You can't show it. Like, just end it. You can't really do much when a character's off screen or the actor's left. You can't really continue the marriage. You can show you can have phone calls, but like, are you really going to listen to 10 minutes of Callum going, yeah, Ben, yeah, Ben, yeah, that's good, Ben, yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, like, if you truly love Callum like you say you do, you need to allow him to move on because Ben's gone.
Exactly.
So I don't see the point in, like, traitor Johnny, hate this new Johnny. I prefer the original Johnny. Did you really? Well, no, but I saw that clip where he came out to Mick, and it's a great scene. I love him. It's like, great sound. Yeah, me too. We all saw that scene. That's all he did. That's all he did the first time round. He did nothing.
It doesn't make sense. Like,
I like him having storylines.
Yeah.
He's been a big character.
Like, I understand the moral of you want, like, gay best friends, I guess. You want best friends who are obviously gay, they're just best friends. But at the end of the day, what's more funnier? Them being best friends going, did you see your man's cock the other night? Fucking, this big lad. Or do you want him to be like, come here, give me a smooch, give me a fucking smoochy oochie. Like, obviously it's a soap, you want the more hype drama. Like, you kiss me, I'll kiss you, you stick a finger up my bum, I'll stick a fist up there. You obviously want that dynamic.
So Piggy Piggy at some point did come out as gay, so this isn't just Piggy being weird and out of touch. Like, it's just Piggy being Piggy. It's not even like a weird view on gay people.
my favorite thing when I was gay originally was obviously I think his name's Brandon. I think it's Brandon. It's Brandon and Ty. We were walking them to the bus stop, and obviously they were asking me questions about being gay. I think it's Brendan, who turns to me the straightest face possible. Like, I mean, the straightest face possible. Like, just like that, just stone blank straight face. And I goes, so Piggy, this might seem like a weird question. I go, all right. So, do you know when you're gay? Yeah. Do you watch gay or straight porn? You know, just when, and I'm like, that is an all time. That always sticks with me. It's just like,
I wonder. I mean, it's like fucking. Did you ever have the guys who are like, yeah, well, should you get do you want to bum me? No. Yeah, well, you do though, don't you? No. Yeah, well, I think you're lying. Well, I think you're a fucking egomaniacal piece of shit. Fuck off.
I did have that in some sense, but not as much in comparison because everyone just left me alone. because this sounds so dark. But you know, when I was in school, obviously, and probably you to an extent, school shootings were a big thing in America.
Not me though. I had it pretty good.
You left by that time, I guess. And obviously, just
Well,
everyone...
no, it's still a thing, but I also wasn't that edgy kid in the corner. I made the right friends.
I was obviously all the people...
Somehow.
Everyone just went, oh, I know who's going to shoot up the school, Piggy. So me and my friend Matthew in Woodwork would just joke, like, wouldn't it be funny if I did shoot up the school? I'd come out to pump up kicks, just with a shotgun. And that would be so funny. Just awkwardly, like, did you write that essay? Just yeah. Just it's just like, it's good times.
But yeah, I mean, the one thing I still joke about, and I'm not going to make a whole big fucking tangent on the podcast because this has already been 1 hour 25. But like, you know, being, I guess I could call myself queer in a way. Queer is just not straight, technically, but a great way that we reclaimed the word queer. You know, it was a dodgy one for a while, but it's been reclaimed and it's great. Nobody in my school was anything but straight. Everybody's straight. There's no one rattling any cages. Nobody. Then obviously everybody leaves college and then nobody gives a fuck anymore. Like, oh yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. That's what you get when you live in a backwards fucking town in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, I like Johnny.
We all
Just
love Johnny. We all
um,
love Johnny. I love Johnny. He was a big Johnny. Love Johnny.
But yeah, so Johnny and Callum kiss. Callum freaks out and they just go, yeah, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. He reminds who Johnny then goes to see Linda and says everything's going to be fine. Johnny apologizes to Elaine, who asks for help, while Gina talks to George about leaving and learns about Junior rejecting her. Johnny tries to get Linda to recognize that she wants to live, and she's surrounded and supported by everyone. Elaine and Johnny take her home, and he apologizes to Gina, but she decides it's about time I moved away anyway. Obviously, she does move in with Junior. Bernie screams at Sharon, explaining, I'm not taking this from you, my entire life has fallen apart. And yeah, Cindy lets Gina move in with her, but then obviously Junior comes across and lets Gina move in with him instead. And then finally, Phil and Sharon talk about Reese, and she reckons she ought to let Bernie move in with her, or at least move into a flat that she is like helping own. He thinks it's risky. Chelsea, Felix, and Bernie are all thinking about how to sort the housing, and Sharon comes with the offer to help her sublet a flat for a couple of months. And there we are. That is the EastEnders. That is the week. The Duff at the end of the week was Junior and Cindy kind of laughing off at like toasting to family. But yeah, it was a decent week. Do you have much to like, just broad terms? Do you like the week? How'd you find it?
I enjoyed the week. It's a good week. I feel like just whenever I say it's a good week, I just feel like it's a great week, excellent week, perfect week. But honestly, it's a strong week. EastEnders this year has been balling. There've been a few weak points, but not as much. I did love Barney. I can probably do it on my cup. I'll just take the spoon out. I do love Barney. Like, obviously they have the shot of the zoom right in where obviously Sharon leaves, and then just have Barney like.
Yeah, because she's obviously conflicted where she's content to have a place to move, but also she believes that something's off. But yeah, it was a good week. I don't know, because I've not seen there being that many bad weeks this year. There's not really been any weeks that I've looked at and I've been like, oh, for fuck's sake. Like there's a degree of consistency. I've seen a bunch of people talking about the numbers lately and like, oh, bloody hell, viewership's down. Oh, yeah. You want to know what's been happening the last fucking 2 months, 3 months? The Euros, the Olympics. It's been on BBC Two, for fuck's sake. Like, of course the viewership's not as high as it has been. There's other shit going on. And I feel like most people who watch EastEnders watch the Olympics. I don't give a shit about the Olympics anymore. It used to be like a big staple. We'd all like watch a bunch of stuff, but like through time. And all I'm saying is the Olympics peaked with Mario and Sonic.
It did. It did. That's
2012.
That's the only thing I remember from the Olympics is Mario and Sonic at the Olympics 2012.
Exactly.
But
And the fucking doing the fucking sprint and just fucking up. It's like fucking smashing the lamp off. Fucking.
Or obviously you had me with 3DS. It's fucking.
It's like I Guitar Hero on 3DS. Because obviously, Guitar Hero, cool, you get the guitar. What do you get on the DS? You get a little fucking, like, keypad. Just it's like, fucking hell.
But, like, it's just, yeah. I'm also sad at the Olympics. Shout out, by the way, the woman, the Italian woman boxer.
Were they not Algerian?
Oh, Algerian boxer.
Yeah, no, the Algerian woman who was like, oh, she's trans. It's like, she lives in Algeria. That's it. They don't even like gays in Algeria. Transitioning's illegal. She's trans. It's a very Western issue. But bloody trans ruining our sports. That's a man beating a woman. And it's like, it's not though. And she won the medal, which is fucking great and it's fantastic. Fuck you, bigots.
And also, I don't know if you've seen the news. She is suing J.K. Rowling and Elon Musk. And I'm like, stand up for the man. Like, that's going to get a lot of trans people behind you, no matter what. Because if you're someone who will fight your corner for calling you trans, despite you not being trans, but fighting for trans existence, will fucking help them. Like, as any little thing will help people. It's like, I'm saddened, I haven't seen it, but I'm saddened that breakdance is not returning to 2028 Olympics. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. There is a comment I'm going to read at the end of this video. I want to shout him out.
Oh, fucking hell. Excuse me.
But I loved it. Yeah, the week of EastEnders has been good. It's just the Olympics is over. It's time. Also with ratings, I get pissed off because obviously in wrestling, everyone compares WWE and AEW, and I'm like, but did you see that WWE got 2 million viewers and AEW only got 800,000 viewers? And well, obviously,
who cares?
One's a major organisation that's been around for nearly 50 years. The other one's a company that's only been around for like 5. You can't compare the fucking two. That's like comparing the new Chinese restaurant that's opened down the road, who's just been there for 2 days, comparing them
with the succulent Chinese restaurant who's been making bangers for years.
Yeah, it's like comparing those. It's like, did you see the one down the road? He's only been there for 2 days. He's shit. It's like, well, of course he is. Then go down to the one who's been there for 5 years. It's like, you can't compare the two. You can't.
Yeah, exactly.
What
are you saying, anyways?
There's a comment I'm going to read at the end of the video. I'm just going to pull it up very quickly on my phone. Where the fuck is it? I want to make sure I get that. Yeah.
Are we doing the awards or are we just shit canning the awards?
We're doing the awards.
For fuck's sake. Awards. Underrated. Who's underrated? Don't even know.
Junior.
Junior's daddy issues.
Oh yeah.
They are. I do love them. They are hilarious.
Barney coming up with the 12-year-old excuse like, just didn't bloody know. Bloody me.
Sue needs slapping down.
Barney.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take Bernie with that one as well. And finally, who gets the Keanu Taylor Award of Excellence?
I feel like the bathroom door that they used to hide Cindy and Junior in the bathroom. That gets the award.
I mean, they weren't hiding.
Well, they were shagging.
They weren't playing hide and seek in there. You know, when the parents say they're just playing a game, they're not really playing a game. Well, I was wondering if they were going to do it because obviously when Keanu and Sharon bunked up in the toilet, they did a camera shot and it flipped to engaged, which was some nice little foreshadowing. I was like, are we foreshadowing again? Are we doing it?
Nah.
Is it happening?
Who needs who gets the Keanu Taylor Award of Excellence for you?
Who the fuck knows?
Surely Annie's teeth.
Linda's approach to fucking dental care. That's like fucking. Oh, she's had problems with her teeth. Give her a milkshake. That's not fucking. You know when the dentists give you lollipops, they're sugar free. Like that's the whole fucking point. They're not just like, oh, have an ice cream. No, it's have a sugar free lollipop.
And to finish this off, I think his name's Al Gills. I think that's his name.
Al Giles. Al Giles.
Al Giles. This guy left a brilliant comment, and you're probably not going to see this video, so I might make it a short so you can see it. The constant harking back to the 1990s, boring old characters returning to eke out of their old age pensions, and Crenshaw being praised for it. Although he was although fuck, my phone's fucked on me. They don't want me to read this comment. Although he's Otto Premiere or Alfred Hitchcock, he's just an accurate TV producer who has run out of ideas and hankers after the past.
I disagree. I wholly disagree. I think Glenn Shaw's a very good producer. I don't think he's a fucking like. I don't think he has ushered in probably my favorite era of EastEnders. I'll say that much. My favorite Christmas. The last year or two have been not the year or two. This year in 2023 has been pretty fucking good. I enjoy it. I don't like. Where at what point do you win? Oh, he's bringing back characters for the 40th anniversary. Sick, cool, nostalgia. Bring it back in, rein it in. Nah, he just doesn't know what he's doing. He's lazy. It's like, well, that's not fucking happening, is it? Like, I don't understand this narrative. Like, we're not in the cult of Clenshaw. We're not fucking saying that it's the show's the best it's ever been. I've said it's been going into a golden age for years at this point. Since last year, I've been saying we're in a golden age of EastEnders. It's back. And I do genuinely believe that. But yeah, it's just he's not just fucking. He's not just dusting off old fucking relics and putting them in the front of everyone. He's bringing them back if the storyline fits. It's just a wild fucking like. It's just I don't know. We all have our different times of EastEnders that we love, and for some people it's fucking 20 years ago. For some people it has gone by and it's over. I see it. Fair enough. We all have different opinions. I think it's the realization we all have different opinions, but they are funny in the comments sometimes. So keep commenting.
Yeah, keep commenting, keep subscribing, keep liking, and just remember, whenever if you're a father and you know your son's having an affair, give him a packet of condoms. That'll help him. So stay safe, stay warm. Love you, bye.